So good afternoon, students. So let's start the session. So today we are going to discuss about aggregate functions. Aggregate functions. So first of all, what is an aggregate? So aggregate is nothing but summarizing the data. Aggregate is nothing but summarize of the given data. For example, I have employee table. So in this employee table I have one column, salary column. So on salary column we have different kinds of salaries are there. For example, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So for some employees don't have salary. Okay, so like that different kinds of values are there. So if you want to summarize the salary column, we can use these aggregate functions. If you have performed any kind of summarize on numeric values, we have to use these aggregate functions. Okay. So here we have different kinds of aggregate functions available. Types of aggregate functions. So here the first one is sum. So what it will do? It will calculate the total of the given column. It will calculate of the given column. So let's see. So what is the sum of salary column? What is the sum of salary column? What is the output? So for that sum means it will add the all the values. Like for example, 20,000 plus 30,000 plus 40,000, okay na, plus and so on, okay na, whatever the values we have, so all the values it will addition. Sum means addition, okay na. So what is the sum of salary here? 20,000 plus 30,000 plus 40,000 plus 50,000, total how much? 1,40,000. The total salary is 1,40,000. Sum of salary means 1,40,000. And the next, so the next function is max function. So what is the use of a max function? So it will return the maximum value or highest value from the given column. So it will going to return the highest value or max value from the given column. So what is the max value here? 50,000. Okay, 50,000 is the maximum value. It will return highest value or maximum value. Highest value or maximum value. So what is the max of salary value here? 50,000, right? And the next one, min. So min is going to calculate a minimum value from the given column. That means minimum value means least value. So what is the least value here? 20,000 is the least value. So min of salary means 20,000. And the next average. So average means total number of sum of salary by total number of records. So what is the sum of salary? 1,40,000 divided by how many rows are there? 6 rows. Okay na? 1,40,000 divided by 6. How much? How much? Average salary here is equal to sum of salary divided by number of rows. Okay na? $40,000 divided by 6 rows, right? So the output is 23,333.33 something. So this is the average salary. So the next one is count of column name or salary. So here I will give count of column name. So what is the use of count? So it will count the number of rows from the given column. It will count the number of rows from the given column. Here how many rows are there? How many rows are there? 6 rows, right? So it will going to return 6 rows. And the last one is count star. Count star also used to calculate the number of rows. How many rows are there in the particular column? So how many rows are there? 6 rows. Then what is the difference between count of column name, count star? Count of column name, count star. So both are going to calculate a number of rows. Okay na? So here this will give the 6 rows, this will give the 6 rows. So which one is correct one here? Or both are correct? Anybody? Count star is the correct value. And count of column name? Then what is the result?
Only column name on the count star.
Okay. No problem, I will tell you. So here the count of column name is, so here how many non-null values are there? Non-null values. Non-null values. 4. Okay na? So the output is count of column name. The output is 4. Why? Because count of column name does not count the null values. Okay na? But count star count the including null values also. So that is the difference. Okay na? So count of column name ignore the count of null values, but here count star count the null values also, including the null values also it will be counted, right? So these are the aggregate functions in every relational database. The first one is sum, next one is max, min, average, count of column name, count star. So we will see the practically how to work it is. So I will take one table. So as usual, same table I am taking. Select star from employee table. So here we have salary column. So on top of the salary column, we will perform all the aggregate functions. Okay, na? So here you may ask one doubt here. Sir, aggregate functions applicable on numeric values or string values also. Okay, na? But these aggregate functions applicable, some of the aggregate functions applicable for only string data. Okay, na? But all the functions not work in the string data, but all the functions going to work on the numeric data. I will show you the difference. Okay, na? So what are the functions support for the string? Okay, na? What are the functions support for numeric values? Okay, na? So I will show you. So what is the first one? What is the first function? Sum of salary. Sorry, sum. Select sum of salary total. I will give the alias name from employee. So here the total salary is this much, 29,525 is the sum of salary from the salary column. Okay, na? So I am this function I am applying on top of the which column? Salary column. Salary is the numeric data type, right? So here I am going to apply the numeric values, sorry, text values. For example, employee name, sum of employee name. Yes. So please observe. Okay, na? Operand data type varchar is invalid for sum operator. Okay, na? So this sum function going to work only numeric data type only. Okay, na? So it cannot applicable for the character data type. Understood? So see the next one. Maximum value. Select max of salary from employee. So what is the maximum salary here? 5,000 is the maximum salary. So same like that I am applying the max function on top of the employee name. Select max of employee name from EMP. So it will going to work. Okay, why? Because so it is written word name, employee name. So how it is written the word name? So based on the alphabetic, it will written. So from the employee table, so here please observe, employee name is there. So here based on the first character. Okay, na? So here word. Okay, na? So based on the first letter it will going to calculate a maximum. Smallest minimum is the A, maximum is Z. Understood? So the minimum value is A, maximum value is Z. So here there is no Z. So that's why it will going to take a word. So this is the biggest value. W is the biggest value here, or maximum value. So based on the alphabetic only it will going to calculate here. So the next one is min. Select min of salary from employee table. So 900 is the minimum salary from the employee table. So I'm going to apply the minimum on top of the employee name. Select a min of employee name from MP. So here please observe. So what is the minimum employee name here? Please observe. What is the minimum? Maximum is word and the minimum is
Adams.
minimum is Adams. Okay na? So like that it will going to calculate. And the next we will see. What is the next function? Average. Select average of salary from employee. So here so 2108 is the average salary. So same like that I am applying on employee table. Employee name. Is there any average name? No. Okay, now it will going to return error. Operand data type varchar is invalid for average operator. Okay, na? And the next one is select count of column name. Select count of salary from employee. So how many rows are there from salary column? 14 rows, right? So same like that select count of employee name. So it will going to calculate employee name column rows. So both are written the same. Employee name column, salary column, both are having 14 rows. Please observe last one is count star. Okay na? So here in salary column there is no null values. So that's why I will take. So here in salary column there is no null values. So instead of salary column I will take commission column. Here we have null values are there and non-null values are there. Okay. So because that is the reason I am taking the commission column. Select count of commission from employee. So how many rows it is written? How many rows? No. Yes. Okay na? So why? Because here only non-null values. How many non-null values are there? Only 4 non-null values are there. So here 300, 500, 1400, 0. 0 will be calculated. Okay na? So here we have some value is there. Null is nothing but empty space. Okay na? So that's why it is written the 4 records. Count of column name written the non-null values count. And the next one is select count star from employee. 14 records. So it will calculate the null values also. So write down. So these all are aggregate functions. These all are aggregate functions. So these aggregate functions can all the aggregate functions applicable on the numeric values, but for the text values only some of the functions it will work. Okay na? So which functions are not working here? Sum is not working. Okay na? And the average is also not working. Okay na? So these are the functions not going here. So remaining all are working on the text values also. Max, min, okay na? Count. So write down. All of you completed? Completed all of you? Completed. So now we will see some of the examples on top of the aggregate functions. Okay na? So write down the first query. Write a query to display department number wise maximum salary or max salary. Write a query to display department number wise maximum salary. Select department number comma, so which function we are going to apply here? Max of salary. So max of salary, yes, salary from employee. So here please observe, here how many columns are taken? 2 columns, department number, maximum salary. Here department number is the normal column and the maximum salary is the aggregate column. Why? Because on top of the salary column we are applying the aggregate function here. So these all are aggregate functions: max, min, sum, average, count star. Okay na? So this is the department number is the normal column, so max of salary is the aggregate column. Okay na? So I am executing this query. So what is the error here? The select list, because it is not contain in either an aggregate function or group by class. Why it is written the error? So already syntactically we are taken 2 columns, okay na, from table name. So the reason is so apart from the aggregate column, okay na, apart from the aggregate column, if you are taken any normal column, okay na, apart from the aggregate column, if you are taking any normal column, then must and should you need to group by with normal column. You need to group by with normal column. So that is the reason. So group by department number. So it will going to work. So department number wise maximum salary. Here 10th department, what is the maximum salary? 5,000. 20 department, what is the maximum salary? 3,100. For 30 department, what is the maximum salary? 2,850. Okay na? So like that you need to write the query. So separately single aggregate column it will be going to work. Okay na? Apart from the aggregate column, if you are taking any normal column, then so after table name you need to group by with which column? Normal column, not department, normal column. So this is the normal column, this is the aggregate column. For example, here please observe, here I will take one more column here. Apart from the department number, I will take one more column. For example, employee name. Okay na? So please observe what happened. So it will going to return the same error. Why? Because here how many columns are taken? 2. Here with how many columns are grouped by? Only single column. So that's why here must and should you need to specify the employee name also. So here how many normal columns are taken? Okay na? So those columns are also taken within the group by clause also. So that is the reason. Okay na? So write down the next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display job wise sum of salary or total salary. Job wise total salary. Now tell me the query. How to write the query? Select job. Here job column is there. Column name is job. Select star from employee. So here job column is there, okay na? So job wise we will get a sum of salary or total salary, job comma sum of salary as total from employee group by with job. So for the analyst job, what is the total salary? 6,200, and clerk salary 4,350. So like that, job wise, this is the total salary. Write down. So write down the next query. So same like as minimum salary, job wise minimum salary, I will take here also. Say within the same query I am taking. Okay na? No problem. Within the same query I am taking here sum of salary, minimum salary, comma max salary I will take also, comma I will take average salary also, okay na? So job wise this is the total salary, minimum salary, maximum salary, average salary. So I will take that one also, okay na? So we will use maximum also completed, right? Minimum completed. So total also completed, average. So we will see count star, okay na? Later. So write down this one also. So here I am taking the all the aggregate functions, not all, 4 aggregate functions: sum, min, max, average. So write down this query. Completed. So the next query is, so department number wise how many employees are working? Write a query to display department number wise how many employees are working, are working, okay na? How many employees are working? So now tell me the query. Select department number, comma count star as the number of employees from employee group by department number. So here please observe. So in 10th department how many employees are working? 3. In 30 sorry 25 employees, in 36 employees are going to. So write down this one also. So next I want to display year wise total sales. Year wise total salary. Year wise total salary I want to display. So here hire date column is there. So based on the hire date we will take the year. So how to extract the here? How many parts are there in hire date? Here year, month, day part also there. I want only extract the year part. Then how to do that? I want to extract the only year part from the given date. So how to do that? So in yesterday class I told you in date functions. Select year of hire date as date or year, comma sum of salary as total from employee, group by year of hire date. So in 1980 this is the total salary, 81 this is the total salary, 82 this is the total salary, 83 this is the total salary. So like that it will be going to work. So year wise, if you want to extract the only year part, we need to take date name, date part or year. Anyone you can use. So write this one also. So the next one is how to filter the aggregate queries. How to filter the aggregate queries. So here we were discussed about some of the queries. Okay, na? Department wise maximum salary and year wise sum of salary. Okay, na? So I am taking this query. So please observe. So here year wise what is the data? Year wise total salary. Okay, now here we have different years are there, 80, 81, 82, 83. So we want only 1 year. Okay, now we want to take only 1 year. Okay, na? So that means I want to get the total salary in within 1980 only. I don't want 81, 82, 83. We want only sum of salary in 1980 only. So then how to do that? Select and year of hire date yes year, comma sum of salary as total from EMP. So next so now I want to filter the year column. Okay, I want to filter the year column here. So then which class we are using? If you want to filter the column, what is the class we are going to work? Yes, correct. Where year of hire date is equal to, what is the year we want? 1980. Next, group by this one. Okay, na? We get only 1980 total salary only. We don't want all the salaries. We want only 1980 salaries. So now we want 1980 and 1981. So which operator we are work? Which operator? Yes, correct. Exactly correct. Okay, na? So in place of equal operator, we will use year of hire date in 1980, comma 1981. That's it. So we will get only these 2 years some total salary 1980 and 1981. Understood? So write down this one. So if you want to filter the normal column data, we can use the which class? Where? It's completed. So here we are filtering the normal column, but here my requirement is second one is I want to filter the aggregate column. So then what we can do? Then I want to filter the aggregate column. Here first task is filter the normal column, and the second one is filter the aggregate column. So for that we have to use one more class. So that class name is called having. If you want to filter the normal column, we can use where class. If you want to filter the aggregate column, we have to use having class. Okay na? So same query I am using. Please observe. So I will do some modifications here. So I am removing where clause here as it is the same query, and after that after group by mention having sum of salary greater than 25,000. Okay, na? Sum of salary greater than 20,000. So there is no salary, total salary 25,000. So I will give 20,000. So we will get only 1981. Okay, na? So only 1981 year we will get the total salary greater than 23,000. Okay, na? So in case here in this case, if you want to filter aggregate column, okay, na, we can't use where condition. We can't use where condition. Okay, if you want to filter aggregate column, we have to use which class? Having. Got it? So both are used to same purpose, where and having. Okay, now both are using same purpose, filtering the data, but used in different cases. So where condition is used to filter the normal rows, and having is used to filter the aggregate rows. So that is the difference. So I will tell you the difference. Okay, na? So here I am asking one question for you. Can we use both where and having within the single query? So here we will talk about separately. Okay, na? Here we are using where, here we are using having. But now my requirement is, can we combine the both where and having? Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. So please observe, same query I am using, Control C, Control V. So before group buying I am adding so this one. So here is equal to 1981. So here we are filtering the using both the condition where and filtering the data using both the condition where and having. Okay, na? So please observe, it will going to work or not. Okay, na? So it will going to work here. So write down these three ones. First, the first step is filtering on normal columns. The second one is filtering on the aggregate columns, and the third one is filter on both. Filter the data using where and having. So here using where, remove normal column. So here filtering, filter the data using having. Completed. So I will show you the differences. So I will take this. So here I will take where, and here I will use having. And the first difference is it is used to filter normal columns. It is used to filter the normal columns. Okay. So here it is used to filter the aggregate columns. So this is the first difference. And the second one is it is used before group by only. Yeah. So always where clause is used before group by only. Okay, na? And here it will use after group by only. Okay, na? So basically these are the two differences in between where and having. So please observe in this query, okay, na? In this query, please observe. Here I am writing select query. I am using both where and having. So please observe. So where condition where we have to put before group by only, but having we are using after group by only. So note it down. So this is the regarding about aggregate functions.